I think we've all been here at some point where the more you want someone to text you, the less they do, the more you try to prove yourself, the more invisible you feel. The more you chase, the further people run away. And you hear about this one woman and she isn't begging, she isn't checking her phone every 5 minutes, or she isn't trying to convince someone to like her. And somehow everyone wants her and people call her mysterious, confident, unforgettable. And today I want to teach you her secret. No, she's not prettier than you. It's not definitely not luck, and she's not manipulative. What she has is detachment. Once you master it, you will never chase a single person again. What is detachment? Detachment is not what people think. Many people seem to understand that they hear the word detachment and they connect it to someone hurtless or someone with no emotion, like a robot. That is not detachment. Detachment is not pretending you don't care or even not caring at all. It's detachment is you still care, but you don't allow the outcome to control your happiness. You can love someone deeply, you can hope for the best, you can hope for it to work out, but your entire identity is not connected or hanged to someone choosing you or someone staying in your life. That is freedom. That is detachment. Most people don't suffer because people leave. They suffer because they attach their worth to people staying. Let's talk about why we chase. Let's be honest. Nobody wakes up one day trying to embarrass themselves by double texting people. It happens slowly. You send one text and then another. You check their story, you check their Instagram, if they reply to your conversation or not. You are literally holding your phone to the bathroom. Everywhere you go, you have your phone hoping they text you back because you don't want to miss that notification. Because somewhere along the way, you convince yourself that person choosing you, it must be that you are valuable, and that is a lie and ridiculous. People aren't chasing love, people are chasing validation. And here's why attention is addictive. Think about social media, think about whatever doom scroll you do, whether it may be YouTube or Instagram. Whenever you get a notification, a like or a message, think about how your brain works, think about how excited you get. Just imagine when it's a person. Every text become a dopamine and every delay become anxiety. Your emotion becomes controlled by someone else's phone. That is exhausting. No one should have that much power over your peace or your happiness. You need to stop auditioning for love. This is something I wish every woman understood. Stop auditioning. Stop trying to become someone else's perfect girl. Stop wondering if your personality is enough. Stop changing your entire personality to make someone happy. This is the hard truth, okay? Sometimes people know you're amazing. They know, and they still don't choose you. And it's not because you are not enough, it's because people make choices based on timing, based on their emotional capacity, based on priorities and their fear. Not everything is about you, and that is actually freeing. That should give you some kind of freedom. That is what you call detachment. You need to become the price, okay? Someone being with you is a reward because you are amazing. You are kind, you're beautiful, you have a perfect body. Even if you don't, you're working on it. You are amazing. You are the most amazing person. They should be lucky to be with you. This is the kind of mentality you should have. You need to start that business. You need to create content. You need to go out with your friend. You need to create a life so full that someone texting you or not should not be the highlight of your day. When you lose yourself so much because you don't have enough going on in your life, people feel that. That's why you push people away. One of the biggest reasons we stay attached is because we fall in love with the potential of a person. Potential conversation, potential relationship, potential babies, potential marriage, whatever it may be. We have that one date with the guy, and immediately we start imagining these things in our head, and then we can't accept when things are over. Reality is screaming at us. We need to believe the action, not the imagination we have in our head. And you need to understand, silence is information. If someone disappears, let them. Silence is communication. Mixed signal is a signal. Inconsistency is consistency. Stop translating to make yourself feel better. It will only make you feel better for a moment. Trust me, you will, when you wake up one day, and you will hurt yourself. If someone wants to be in your life, you won't need detective skills. You need to start protecting your energy. Here's something really powerful. Every time someone rejects you, you need to stop asking, what's wrong with me? You need to ask yourself, why am I trying to convince someone to see my value? Those are two different things, by the way, two completely different questions, which will either boost your confidence or just you go to the completely opposite side. You need to start being emotionally unavailable for chaos, unavailable for disrespect. You should be unavailable for inconsistency. You should be unavailable to people who only remember you when they need something. You should be unavailable for one sided relationship, one sided friendship, anything that's unhealthy. You are not available. You need to start learning to live. One of the strongest skill you will ever have is living. Living conversations that drain you, living friendships that exist when they need something from you, living relationships where you're constantly confused, living places where you're tolerated and not appreciated. Every time you leave something beneath your standard, your confidence will rise. Stop explaining yourself. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't have to convince people that you're kind, that you're loyal, you're worthy. People who misunderstood you are allowed to. Your job isn't managing everyone's opinion. Your job is managing your own peace. Let me tell you the power of walking away. You'll be surprised how much respect you gain when you stop begging, when you stop convincing people, when you stop over explaining, when you stop chasing. Walking away is not losing. Sometimes it's finally choosing yourself. So I guess the secret is detachment doesn't make people love you, but it makes you love yourself. Whether someone stay or not will have little effect in your life, and that is magnetic. You will be okay because your happiness no longer depends on their approval. Detach from the outcome of anything, whether it may be a relationship or friendship, even any other things in your life that's going on, whether it may be your job or your success, anything you have in this life should not have that much power to control your peace. When you hold something like this, a possibility that you can drop it anytime. You need to start teaching yourself to hold things just like that. And then you'll be okay. I want to tell you something. Here you go. You ready? They should tell you when you're born, have a suitcase heart. Be ready to travel. Because nothing in life is guaranteed to stay. People change, dreams change, jobs end, seasons pass, homes are left behind, version of you that once felt permanent quietly disappears. The more you try to hold on to everything, the heavier life becomes. Detachment isn't about not caring, it's about caring deeply without believing you own anything. It's understanding that every experience is a visitor. Joy comes, joy goes. Pain comes and pain goes. Success arrives and sometimes it leaves. Even the hardest moments don't last forever. Your heart was never meant to be a museum where you preserve every memory, every disappointment, and every what if. It was meant to be a suitcase. Carry the lesson, keep the gratitude, pack the wisdom, leave behind the weight. Not everything that lives is a loss. Sometimes it's simply making room for what comes next. The strongest women aren't the ones who never lose anything. They're the ones who learn how to let go without losing themselves. So don't be afraid when life asks you to unpack, to release, and to begin again. Travel lighter because every new chapter asks for space, and the woman you're becoming can't fully arrive if she's still carrying everything she was never meant to keep. It's detachment.